Good morning, folks. I'd ask you to guess what this is, but I plan on ruining it in the title. You remember we were very harsh on the reports that Comet ISON had fizzled. Oh, she's still good. In fact, they say it's probably brightened for them to have caught it this close to the sun in early twilight. There are actually 2 new blog posts there. Taking a quick peek at the Arctic ice data, slightly below average but not yet nearing the 2012 trough, all while the Antarctic down south is on pace to skirt high ice marks for the second year in a row. Meet TRMM 2.0, the global version. Visualizations breed clarity and understanding of our planet. This here is a top recommendation. Those who caught last night's news saw a buoy in event mode. Deviation was minor, and there's been nothing since then. Typhoon Nator left the Philippines in cleanup mode while the storm is hitting China as I speak. This is a major threat for those residents. Tropical developments, less than 50% likelihood here on both sides of the aisle. Remember that storm front I've said would make for a rough Tuesday night in New Zealand? Well, maybe not. Looks to be weakening. I bring an umbrella just in case, and that goes for you too, Tassie. Next convergence has crested in Europe, done so from the northwest, where the clouds follow the meeting air masses from north and south along that convergence line of storm threats. Got a developing low in the northeast Pacific, could dice things up on the west coast tonight or tomorrow if it hits land. Meanwhile, the power low in the Americas is at the Great Lakes. Look at the counterclockwise wind drive here, but it also extends downward along the meeting air masses. These power lows converge air over vast areas, and the storms always follow that fine line. Solar wind density spike last night on Soho, ACE also showing minor CME impact last night, and elevated density still this morning. No geomagnetic storms, but the electron flux sure knows we took an interplanetary proton shock. There is definitively more on the way as well. You are looking at an M flare that occurred as yesterday's news was processing on YouTube. First one of these in weeks. Again, not a major eruption, especially with most of the ejecta missing south, and it will possibly be veiled by the coronal hole stream on the way, but I'll come back to that. Flaring has since died down. The sunspots, however, not backing down a bit. Their growth is astonishing given the week maximum so far. However, they have still managed only one of those lowest level M flares. Interestingly, there is delta development, but it's at the meeting of magnetically separated umbral groups. One might suggest that NOAA drop the gamma classification and go with beta delta. Anywho, back to that coronal hole stream. The opening in the solar atmosphere is a big one, and the stream could hit us in about 2 days. It was the impetus for the quake watch, in which 24 hours gave us the first 3 6-pointers in weeks. We anticipate this is now in the mid-watch lull and expect a large uptick to close the period. Sunspot watch is on as well. Eyes open. No fear, it's 6:50 a.m. Eastern Time, and that's the news. Be safe, everyone.